Good morning. For this week's adventure, I'm going up to an area north of Raleigh, doing some exploring, hiking in the Harris Reservoir and the Jordan Lake Recreation areas. I'm going to do one night at the state park at a one walk-in campground. This is actually the third attempt on this trip. The last two times have been unsuccessful because of other issues, weather, things like that. So if anything seems a little bit off, it's footage from the previous two trips. Decided to make a pit stop at the dam, check it out before heading to the campground. Okay, I've moved a little bit further down from the dam. I'm at Pose Ridge boat ramp. It's also a Corps of Engineers site. Just gonna hang out here for a few minutes, use a restroom, and then I'll get going. Okay, I'm just pulling up to the campsite now. Not sure how this is supposed to work. The website said it's on first come first served basis. So I don't know if there's like self-registration. It doesn't look like there is here, so I might have to go over to the main portion of the state park to figure this one out, which is going to be about 20 minutes or so worth of driving. But anyways, we're getting into it. Well, down at the camping area, and I don't see any signs, registration. So yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to go to other part or see if there's a ranger station somewhere around here that I can pay for it. I think it's $15 a night, so yeah, swing around. Here's actually one of the campsites there. Just gonna keep walking a little bit and see if we don't see anything else. Definitely looks like they have a spot to hang reservations. Okay, so I think I have it figured out. There's a guard station over by the RV portion of the campground that opens at 4:30. Early check-in's not authorized. You could start checking in at 4. Not exactly sure how you're supposed to do that since the guard station's not open. The visitor center, I couldn't figure out how to get to it, and it's probably honestly closed at this time of year. So it's around 2:30. Got a couple hours until that guard station opens, so I'm just kind of hanging out here at the Ebenezer Church portion of the park. Probably hit some of the trails in this section of the park and then head back to the ranger station, or to the guard station. Okay, I found a little trail. It's only about a mile long or so. I've got a lot of steps in today, so I need to try to get some in. All the fussing around, going back and forth between different sections of the state forest has kind of killed a lot of time, and I'm going to kill a lot more time going back and forth, checking in, getting the campsite set up, so at least it's something. Let me get you up to speed on everything that has happened. After I left the Ebenezer Church day use area, I went back to Poplar Point, which is where the guard shack that I was referring to earlier. When I got there, they said we don't really deal with the New Hope area, but what I think happens is that a guard comes or a ranger comes through and just collects people's cash and does the reservation there on the spot. Now, when I got to the campground, the ranger is actually just pulling away, so perfect timing. So I've kind of already set up camp for the most part. Here's a little look around. I gotta go back up to my car one more time. There's a few more items that I need to get, and then of course all the food that I have I'm gonna have to take back to the car. So there's only one other campground that's currently occupied, and quite honestly, this time of year I don't think there's actually going to be anyone else. So I think there's maybe 8 sites, 12 sites at most, and very secluded between the sites, so it should be a nice one tonight. Okay, it's around 7 o'clock. Just finished up dinner, finished setting up camp. I moved down here by the water to view the sunset, although sun has moved behind the trees, but it's all right, still good view. Okay, I just finished up watching the sunset. I'm down here near the end of the campground. I just wanted to check out some of the other spots. Good morning. Back out here by the lake. It's quite chilly and a little windy, so not hanging out here too long. I just finished up doing a time lapse. While I was doing that, I was having breakfast, picking up camp. I'm gonna do a little bit of hiking out by the campground, let it warm up a bit, and then we'll hang out by the lake a little bit more. Okay, here's a look at the map. I don't know if this will actually turn out because of the glare, but up here, I stayed at camping area A at site 4. We're down here. We just walked down here from the parking lot. Probably going to do the whole Blue Loop. It's only 2.7 miles, so it shouldn't be too bad. Just pulling out of the camping grounds now, finished up the hike. Did make a stop over at the boat ramp. It's pretty empty, and I think most of the boat ramps around here today are going to be empty. Starting to be some whitecaps on the lake. Some of the inlets are pretty calm right now. But I'm going to head up towards the Ebenezer Church area, then on to Wilsonville, and then head over to the Seaforth area, and then we'll see what happens from there. Probably start heading back towards Fayetteville. Made it to the Seaforth section of the park. I'll have to say there are several of the other sections that do have swimming / beach areas, but this one is by far the largest. Driving up to this section of the park, I thought there'd be a couple other places I could check out. Unfortunately, one was closed and one was a paid area, and I just didn't really feel like going in. There's plenty of other things I can do in this area. Check out. Okay, still at Seaforth. I'm going to kind of walk you around the park. So the direction we're looking at right now, that's towards Poplar Point. It's a campground only. You have to have a reservation, from my understanding, to actually go into that area. Keep sliding around. Looking this direction, kind of over in this area, is the Ebenezer Church section of the park. Swing around a little bit further, and it actually might be hard to see, but there's a little bit of a piece of land that sticks out, and then behind that is the New Hope area of the park. Okay, I made it back to the Deus area after that nice little hike. It's just a little bit after 2, so got plenty of time in the day to do some more stuff. So let's get into it. Okay, I'm on the Haw River next to Highway 64. It's a county level park, and sometimes little places like this can be gems. So we'll see if this is a hit or miss. So this looks like it's somewhat of a miss. However, there is potential here, and I know there's a couple other access spots that may be county and non-state. So I'm just going to keep exploring around a little bit, see what happens. Okay, I've moved across the river, and based on Google Maps, there is a trail here, but when I got to the trailhead, there were no signs. It definitely was a spot for parking, and everyone was packed in because there's not that much. I did see signs, or I did see the bans for Gameland, so who knows what's actually going on here. I want to point out that there is an actual trail here, although poorly maintained. Did walk down a little bit, but the further I went down, the further it got from the river, so I hiked back up to the trailhead area on here. But I will say this, it is a very nice spot to end the weekend. It's 4 o'clock. After this, I'll be heading home. I thank everyone for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe.